this movie on Peacock called Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. It came out, I believe, in the 70s or 80s, but the information simply said Scarecrow comes back to avenge a wrongly accused man or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you know how Peacock gives you like a preview, like a 5-second scene from, or like a 15-second scene from the movie. This one was interesting, like that little cliplet. It was just like a lady and her husband talking, and she sees a scarecrow. She's like, have you started planting yet? And he's basically like, you're going insane, be quiet. And she was like, well, it's funny that you haven't started planting because there's a scarecrow up. I was like, okay, cool, I'm interested. So I clicked it, I watched it. I knew from the first fucking few minutes of it that this movie was going to be heartbreaking. And I am heartbroken within the first 20 minutes. And yes, I'm emotional. Don't come at me. Um, the movie, the first 20 minutes, they introduce you to a character called Bubba. He is mentally ill or mentally challenged. I actually think that would be, I'm not sure of the proper terminology, but I think it would be like mentally challenged. He has the mind of a child, but he's a full-grown adult man. And he seems harmless. He's playing with a child. She made him a flower chain necklace and made herself one, and they're just having a nice little time in the field. But then this old fucker decides to go to someone else, and he's at it again, making him seem like either a pedophile or a murderer. And I'm like, I can just tell that this is how this is going to play out. They're going to kill him, and he's going to have done nothing wrong. Now, mind you, I'm only in the first 20 minutes. The little girl and him, he's walking the little girl home, and she decides to break into someone's yard. He's trying to stop her. She gets attacked by a dog. She gets, what we think is she gets murdered by the dog or seriously injured by the dog in some way, to the point where he's carrying her to her mother, like looking like she's dead. And then the rumor gets spread around town that he murdered her, he beat her, he hurt her in some way. So these vigilante old fuckers decide to track him down to his mom's house. She, of course, told her son to hide, and he did. And they track him down. He's hiding in a scarecrow, like, hiked up to one of the poles. They shoot him. They shoot him down. Like, they shoot the shit out of him. And then they get a call on the car radio that was like, oh, didn't you hear? He didn't do anything. The girl woke up. She's perfectly fine. She said the dog attacked her. Funny thing is, he actually saved her. Bubba saved her. And now this group of vigilante fucking disgusting old men just shot the hell out of this man who did absolutely nothing wrong. Let's see where the rest of this movie goes. So I got 15 minutes in from the last time I made these videos, and I'm not in the right mental state to watch this movie. I'm so fucking emotional. Like, anyway. So, as soon as they kill him and they found out that they should not have fucking killed him, they skipped to a trial, which was apparently a few weeks later, and the men got away scot-free. They said he had a weapon. They said they shot bullets in the air to make him surrender, and he never did. But they don't explain why he was tied the fuck up. They don't explain. Shit just doesn't line up, but they got away with it. So his mom's heartbroken. She's like, there are other justices out there besides for the law, blah, blah, blah. And worst part is the kid that he was with, she survived, of course, and apparently they were like really close. They would like hang out every day. Nobody told her that he died, that he was murdered. So one night she goes looking for him, and this is in the middle of the night, she's in her like nightgown, and she goes looking for him. She goes to his house, breaks into the house. She can't find him anywhere. She starts wandering to the house, and his mom wakes up, and she's like, where's Bubba? And the mom is trying to explain that he's gone without saying that he died. And she's like, I don't understand. He can't go anywhere. He won't survive. He can only say his alphabet up to G. We're just learning how to tie his shoes. Like, she's like, come on, we can go find him. I'll show you all his hiding spots. This little girl does not understand that he was murdered. Like, she doesn't even understand that he died, like, let alone being murdered. It's so fucking heartbreaking. Like, it really is. And I'm only 35 minutes into this movie. I cannot wait to see this this scarecrow come back to life and kill the fuck out of them. Like, I really hope that happens. So the little girl rushes off, and Bubba's mom goes to find her, like, runs after her. They get to the pole where he was strung up as the Scarecrow and shot down. And she's sitting there playing with the flowers around the pole. She's singing. His mom comes over and she's like, don't worry, whatever. She said her name. I forget her name. He's not going. He's just hiding. And no, he's not going. He's just he's something. He's just playing. And the mom looks confused and she goes, you know what he's doing, right? She said, what? She said, playing the hiding game, which is what his mother told him to do when the vigilantes came to the house. So the mom, of course, knows that he's like a spirit back from the dead. The little girl, I think, knows that he's a spirit too, but like they're not saying it. This is a really good so far for an older movie, which is lagging the fuck out of my computer. It's not a fucking computer; it's a Chromebook and it sucks. It's really good. So the first vigilante is murdered. Police make it seem like it's an accident because the way he died, blah blah blah. But you know automatically it's not a fucking accident because you saw it. It's not an accident. But anyway, the other 3 vigilante survivors so far, they were the lead man, the postman. He's watching. He's like, no, it was an accident. He did it himself. So then how'd the truck get turned off? Oh, it ran out of gas. It's full fucking tank of gas. So now currently they're blaming his mother. Like, oh, I love justice, even when it's from the undead. I just wish the undead would leave me alone. I'm not doing anything to y'all right now. Like, I'm really not bothering y'all. I respect y'all. Please stop haunting me. So the postman confronts Bubba's mother, and he's thinking she's the murderer. Obviously, she's not, but she back accuses him on the accusations he put on her son, where he basically accused her son of being a pervert. And she goes, I see how you look at that little girl. And you see it too. I knew from the second he accused Bubba, like, it was right there. And the fact is, there's a Halloween party at the school, or it looks like the school. Kids are playing, and he's being a fucking creep and watching this little girl. Like, you projected your perverted tendencies onto someone else, killed that person, and now you're left being a fucking pervert and a murderer. So he confronted the little girl, Kaylee, I think is her name. Anyway, he goes to her, like I said, he was watching her at the school, and she's playing hide and seek, and like she's done counting, she turns around, and he's right there. And now you can see by the way he's looking at her, he's a fucking creep. And he's like, oh, you can trust me, I'm the postman. No. Anyway, he's trying to convince her that he's a good guy and all this. He said, come whisper in my ear what Bubba's mom is doing. So she goes over quickly and goes, I know what you did to Bubba. And she's telling him, like, Bubba told her. He's screaming, no, he's dead. She's like, I know. And then she runs away and he gets cold. And anyway, but this movie is really good. Like, I was actually shocked that it was this good, especially because I've been watching a lot of crap horror movies lately. This is really good. It's not really horror. It's more thriller, suspense, I guess. But it's good. The postman fucking killed Bubba's mother. Like, what? Oh my god. Alright, so he really thinks that she's the one threatening his friends. This old frail fucking lady, not frail, but this old ass lady killed his friends. Anyway, killed and threatened his friends. Anyway, he goes to her. He's scared. Like, he puts his hand over her mouth and like, I'm made to deal with you, an eye for an eye. Like, you killed the one friend, we're done. Blah blah blah. So she screams when he moves her hand back and he puts it back. They make it seem like she had a heart attack because like she's clutched in her chest and she won't get up when he moved away. So she's dead. Her tea kettle goes off and he like comes up with this plan automatically to leave the gas running but blow the burner out. And since the fireplace is going, the whole fucking house explodes. Like, this man killed this woman, killed her son, and blew up her house. And is creeping on a child. The fuck? Who finds this fucking blown up house? Well, obviously the police and shit. But who's like, gets to see it? The little girl. She comes over in the morning with all her little picked flowers, and she sees the house blown to pieces. Like, oh my god, this poor little girl, right? This poor fucking little girl. Her best friend, Bubba, you just saw my belly button, don't look, gets murdered. The old lady who she's coming to trust gets murdered. The house gets blown up, and then she finds it. And she's got this old ass perv creeping on her. what the fuck with this movie, yo? But at least the lawyer who tried, well, not the lawyer, the dude who tried to convict the fucking vigilantes for Bubba's murder, at least he knows something is up. Like, he knows. He fucking knows, you know? So the second vigilante was killed, after the fire and all that shit, and I kind of love the way it happened. He was in one of those big barrel things, like I don't know what they're called. They're on farms. They're just gigantic, and they get filled with like seed and stuff. And he gets suffocated by the seed, and I'm just like, damn, that's a brutal way to go. Part of me though kind of wishes it was a little bit more torturous, where they like buried him up to his neck and like let him suffer. But I'm okay with the full blown suffocation, because either way, the only person I think fully deserves to suffer is the postman, the fucking postman. But right now they are undigging Bubba's body to see if he's alive. Like, you killed this man. You know he's dead. This deranged motherfucker, this postman, I swear, he went from killing Bubba, killing his mother, and now blaming the little girl who, in my opinion, is less than 10 years old, maybe 10 years old around there, actually less than, to killing all of his friends. This 10-year-old is killing all of his friends. Like, is that where your deranged fucking mind is at? Because, like I said, they just dug up his grave. I'm assuming they saw the body because they didn't show it, but the way they reacted, it was still there. And you're just like, you're gonna believe that a 10-year-old little girl did this. What? Okay. So again, I say, this deranged fucker. Like I said, he snaps on his friend and he's blaming it. He's blaming the little girl. So they have to rebury Bubba's body. And he kills his friend. He pops him over the head with a shovel and kills him. And then he's driving on the road, drunk as a fucking skunk. And he sees the little girl and it looks like he's about to run her over. Like, this movie is so good. I'm so shocked that it's this good. I was not expecting it to be this, like, keep my attention. The ending was well deserved. Very well deserved. The postman is killed the way he claimed he would have been killed when Bubba attacked. Bubba didn't fucking attack. Let's make that clear. But anyway. The ending is really cute though. Bubba, as the Scarecrow, gives the little girl a flower and she's like, "Thank you, Bubba. I'm gonna teach you another game." Blah blah blah. And the movie ends. But like, I kind of wish they did that rest in peace moment where he finally got to lay down and just go, like, pass away. Or like, he's already dead, so like, transfer over. But either way, it's a really good movie. If you have not checked out Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, you definitely should. I hope my review did it justice. Did it justice. Anyway, let me know what you think. Please comment, like, or subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. I'm posting this on TikTok, so my YouTube is linked in the description too if you haven't checked it out.